And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, the stock market volatility is back, and we got to break it down in this video. So if you all find value, hit the like button, subscribe. Make sure to join my Patreon if you all want my buys, sells, call outs, morning update videos, plus more, and get yourself 5 stocks from Moomoo. All you have to do is use my link, deposit $100, and you could get up to 5 stocks, each of which are valued all the way up to $3,500. The free money and the Patreon is linked down below. And with that being said, let's talk, guys. So it's currently almost noon on the East Coast, and the S&P 500 is down 1.4%. We have the Russell down 1%. We have the Dow down about 0.75%, as the Nasdaq is down 2.7%, and the VIX is up about 5%. So we are getting a little bit of volatility today. Let's pop the VIX up. The VIX is at about 23 points. It's still down a lot recently from about 38 points, but it is starting to creep back up. And as long as it's above 20, guys, I've mentioned this before on my channel a ton, as long as it's above 20, volatility is very high. I mean, let's be honest. If it's down to 14, 15, 16, that's pretty low volatility, but anything above 20, near 25, and of course above 30, that is ridiculous volatility. So right now, as we had Facebook report, obviously, that's tanking the entire market. Facebook right now is down about 25%. And full disclosure, I bought an initial position of Facebook yesterday after market hours at about $248 a share, roughly, give or take some pennies, a couple quarters, nickels. I forget exactly where I bought it, but I know I bought it at $248, in that range, right? So I started a position in Facebook, and again, this is down 25%, which thus it kind of led a domino effect, a ripple effect throughout the markets. You know, Facebook dumped, and then Snapchat dumped, which is down 20%. Pinterest dumped. This thing's down 8%. What else is going down? Spotify's down 15-16%, and we have Amazon, which once Facebook reported, Amazon actually started taking a hit as well because they report earnings today. Look at this. Yesterday, Amazon closed at about $3,015 a share, and then once Facebook reported, this stock ended up dumping about $100 a share, 3%, just like that. And now the stock is down 7% on the day, just over $200 a share. So what that's telling me is investors, traders, they're flocking out of Amazon right now, just in case they report poor numbers like Facebook did, just in case their guidance is poor like Facebook's guidance was. So it's causing a ripple effect. Facebook stock dropping. We have Amazon dropping. We have Apple dropping. I think Google's green, or now Google's red. It seems like, yeah, Google's red. So a lot of these are taking a hit. And it's bringing more volatility to these markets, guys. And just like we called out recently, not to toot my own horn, but we did call this out, the 180 moving average on the 4-hour chart for both SPY and Triple Q, this is a big resistance. And we're seeing a lot of selling pressure right now at about 460 on SPY, which again is right by the 180 moving average on the 4-hour chart. And when it comes to Triple Q, we're seeing selling pressure at about 370, 375, which is also by that 180 moving average. Now, in the short term, where could this go? I think we might get a short-term bounce around 355. I think 355 is a big level of support for Triple Q. That was support earlier. Actually, it was in the middle of October in 21, and it's also right by the 50 moving average here on the 4-hour time frame. So I think in the short term, we might, keyword is might, nobody knows for sure, but we might get a bounce right around, let's say, 355 on Triple Q. And for SPY, let's pull that back up. SPY, I would say right around where it is now, 448, 450. This is a very big level of support. So if we get a bounce above here, maybe it goes back to 460. But on the flip side, let's say we don't bounce at 448 on SPY, which right now we're trying to, but let's say we break under that. The gap to the downside that might fill would be down to about 440, which would put it right by the 50 moving average on the 4-hour chart. And let's see Triple Q on the downside where it could fill. It seems like this is more oversold, way more oversold than SPY is. I mean, it makes sense considering big tech's getting hit right now. Triple Q would definitely be more oversold in that scenario, so it makes complete sense. On the downside, I mean, if Triple Q broke 355, it could go maybe 350, but I don't know if that's going to happen. So we're going to wait and see what happens in the meantime before we jump to conclusions. So that's what's going on. VIX is now up almost 6%, so volatility has continued throughout me filming this video. We have SQQQ, which goes the inverse. It's the inverse of Triple Q. It's a 3x leveraged ETF. This is up about 9% today, so a big move in SQQQ. And when it comes to my watch list, guys, not a lot of stocks are green today. What else is new? Or it's not much of a surprise, right? Well, I mean, what would be green? Well, the funny thing is the Trump SPAC DWAC is up. This is up about 5.4%. And it's funny, these BS SPACs, these meme stocks, they move up whenever the markets go down, it seems like. It's kind of like an inverse. I say this all the time. Look at GameStop, for Pete's sake, guys. We'll talk about that in a second, actually. Look at DWAC. This thing held 75, held the moving average, the 50 moving average. Now it's ripping, and it's taking out the highs from earlier this week. Crazy, crazy move. And I think at this point, quite honestly, this might go to 80, or rather 90 to 95, which you guys can see was the high point from the middle towards the end of January. So it's crazy. We have DWAC moving today. We have GameStop moving today. I mean, come on, guys. It's not up a lot, but still, it's green. It's up about 0.5% in the middle of this crazy red market where we're seeing a lot of these big tech names getting dismantled. We have GameStop up. What are the odds? What are the odds of that? We have Alibaba up about 1%, which, full disclosure, I haven't said this in a while for all my new viewers out there. I'm still long Alibaba. This is a stock I started buying. I forget exactly what month, what date I started buying it, but price range, I started buying at about 200 with an initial position, and obviously it's gone down a lot since then, and I've been buying down on the downtrend. I've been buying the dip. You know, I bought in the 150s, 170s, 120s, 130s, you name it. Literally every $10 increment to the downside, I've bought shares on Alibaba. So now my average, I haven't checked in a while. I mean, I talk to you guys all the time, and I mentioned how with my long-term investments, I'm not looking at them all day, every day. So I don't know exactly what my average cost is. I think I own it in 2 accounts as well. I do actually, yeah. So combined, my average cost is probably 150, 160 right now on Alibaba. So I am down, but as a long-term play, I don't really care if I'm down in the short term because I'm looking at this more from a 3, 5, 10 year perspective. Same with Facebook. You know, Facebook is one that I just bought, like I said, and I'm looking at this more from a 2 to 3 year perspective, 5 year perspective. And from that lens, this is very undervalued in my opinion, which is why I bought some after hours yesterday. And heck, I might buy more today now that it looks like it wants to go potentially under $240 a share. If this thing goes 235, 230, heck, 237, which was the low from today. The day here, today's low, which you guys can see on the 4 hour. If it goes there, I'm going to be buying more. So that's kind of what I'm looking at, guys. Some stocks. We have the banks moving today. We have JP Morgan up 0.6%. What else is up today? Tesla's up today about 2%, which is crazy considering, again, it's an overall red day in the stock market today. And let's see what else. Amazon's down 7%, CRM's down 6%, PayPal's down another 5%. We have SoFi down 4.5%. We have Tattooed Chef down 4%. So not to toot my own horn again, but did we not say that this might happen? Did I not say yesterday a lot of the good news was slowly out of the bag, or a lot of the good news was out there? What else is the market going to run on? I mean, this is what I was saying, exactly what I was saying. We got the Google earnings, they were good. Apple earnings were good. We had the Fed meeting, sigh of relief rally after the Fed meeting, and I said if Facebook's earnings were not that great, or let's say they did do well and we saw a little exhaust rally, blow off top rally, I mean, the good news was running out, and it just so happened to be that Facebook's earnings were not good, which caused the market to collapse as it is right now. And let me tell you, if Amazon's earnings are not good, This might go even lower in the short term. So we got to be nimble. We have to be careful, and we have to have a plan and stick to it. And at this point, I have a couple of stocks that I believe are getting very undervalued, and I'm just tunnel visioned on them. PayPal's one of them. I'm going to be buying this for the longer term. I already have a position. I'm buying more of it. Facebook, obviously, we covered it. There's a couple of other ones, and I was actually thinking of maybe selling prematurely out of my Smith & Wesson position. I probably won't do it. But I don't know. Then again, it's such a small position for me, and I didn't really build it out yet. And now that Facebook's dumping like it is, PayPal's dumping like it is, and I like those two stocks more than Smith & Wesson, I'm thinking just, at this point in time, since I didn't build the position out already, I might as well just sell it, take a little profit, and not build it out because I see other better opportunities. So I'm kind of just trying to think these things out today, and I'm not going to make a irrational decision on it, but I'm just taking my time thinking about it, and I might sell out of SWBI. All you guys in my Patreon, you're going to see what I end up doing, because sometimes when there's better opportunities that present themselves, you got to move things around. You gotta make some moves, and it's just the name of the game. Things are always forever changing, and you can't be, just stuck with one plan, or you got to be nimble. You got to be able to, adjust. So that's kind of what I'm looking at this point. If you all found value in this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, drop me a comment, and if you want to work with me more one-on-one, you get all my buys, sells, call-outs in real time. You get all my morning update videos every single day, and you get private Discord access. That's on Patreon, link down below, or you guys can go to StotSurfest.com/Patreon. Don't forget to also get your free money from Moomoo. Use my link down below, deposit $100, and you could get up to 5 stocks. Oops, I whacked the mic there. You could get up to 5 stocks, each of which are valued up to $3,500. Get your money from Moomoo, link down below. Join the Patreon. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace out.